What are special procedures of the Human Rights Council? Imagine a world where human rights are actively monitored and protected. This is where the special procedures of the United Nations Human Rights Council come into play. These procedures consist of independent experts who focus on human rights issues around the globe. They work on specific themes or address particular countries or territories. These experts operate independently and serve in their personal capacities. They cover a wide range of human rights concerns, including civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. So, what exactly do they do? One of their main functions is to undertake country visits. These visits usually happen by invitation from the concerned state. During these visits, experts assess the human rights situation on the ground. They engage directly with governments, civil society, and affected populations. This helps them gather information and provide recommendations for improvement. They also address individual cases of alleged human rights violations. When they receive information about these cases, they send communications to states. They seek clarifications or urge remedial action to address the issues raised. The special procedures also conduct thematic studies. They convene expert consultations to contribute to the development of international human rights standards. This means they help clarify what human rights should look like in practice. Advocacy is another key role. They raise public awareness on human rights issues, often focusing on armed conflict and the protection of civilians. Their work is essential in highlighting these concerns to the global community. Currently, there are around 60 mandates under special procedures. These are divided into thematic mandates and country-specific mandates. Thematic mandates cover specific human rights themes, such as torture or freedom of expression. Country-specific mandates focus on the human rights situation in particular countries or territories. These mandates are regularly renewed and adapted based on the Human Rights Council's decisions. From the perspective of international humanitarian law, including the Geneva Conventions and the laws of armed conflict, special procedures play an important role. They monitor and report on the protection of civilians during armed conflicts. For example, some mandates specifically investigate violations of the Geneva Conventions. One such mandate is the Special Rapporteur on the Situation of Human Rights in the Palestinian territories occupied since 1967. This role involves assessing Israel's compliance with international humanitarian law and the protection of civilians in times of war. The reports and recommendations produced by special procedures serve as tools for advocacy. They can influence international responses to human rights violations during armed conflict. They also help identify gaps in the implementation of international humanitarian law and promote accountability for breaches. In essence, the special procedures of the United Nations Human Rights Council are independent expert mechanisms. They investigate, monitor, and report on human rights issues worldwide. Their work is vital for ensuring that states and other actors uphold their obligations under the Geneva Conventions and related legal frameworks.